So you're thinking of relocating to the north part of Atlanta and you are trying to buy a new construction for you and your family, but you do not know where to start. You do not know any agent in the north part of Atlanta. You have no access to our local FMLS. So you need to figure out a way of buying a new construction and move and relocate here to the north part of Atlanta. Well, stay tuned because today in this video I'm gonna show you two different ways where you can buy new construction here in the north part of Atlanta. They are ready to move in homes available for you and your family, usually 30 to 60 days, and we're gonna present those and the entire process in a second. And there is the long way where you actually build your home, which takes 3 months to 1 year, depending the builder that you're going to choose, where you can actually go in the new community that they are building and choose a land lot, choose a floor plan for you and your family, choose the upgrades that you want for your home, and that builder is gonna start building your home. Usually 3 to 12 months, your home is going to be ready. We're gonna go over the details of the long process of buying a brand new construction also. Now keep in mind, in the north part of Atlanta, we have a lot of builders that are building new master plan communities. I'm talking about Toll Brothers. Toll Brothers has a lot of luxury communities in the city of Cumming and in the city of Alpharetta. If you look at my video here I present top 10 new master plan community built by Toll Brothers. You can look at that and see exactly if you like the location of any of those communities, and exactly depending on your budget, we can actually see if you can afford a home in the community that you desire. Now, also, we have different builders that are building smaller communities. For example, we have EMC Homes, which is building a few communities in Dacula. We have also Taylor Morrison building in Buford, beautiful new master plan communities. Actually, these are boutique communities, no amenities. Some of them, for example, overlook at Lanier, right next to Lake Sydney Lanier, they still have 8 homes available. We're going to go over that in a second as well. Then, of course, you're going to have SPI Homes. You're going to have DR Horton, which is building in Lawrenceville, another new master plan community. These are over 200 homes, so a big community with resort style amenities and very low HOAs. You're gonna have a pool, tennis courts. This is actually a new community. It's called Water Oak Estates by DR Horton. So prices are a little bit lower in Water Oak Estates, from $500,000 to $650,000. You can actually buy a 3,000 square feet home with unfinished basement. We're going to present those in a second as well. But keep in mind, for new construction here in the north part of Atlanta, you can get a fast moving home. Every single community that I present on my YouTube channel, and if you scroll to my YouTube channel and you go and see exactly what I'm talking about, you go to each community, each builder is going to have ready to move in homes, usually 2 or 3 homes, which are always available for the buyer that needs to move in the 30 to 60 days. We're going to go over the entire process in a second, and then of course we're going to present a few communities that actually have ready to move in homes, and they also have lots available for you to actually build your home, which will take a little bit longer, 3 to 12 months. So that's exactly what we're going to be covering in this video today, and we are getting after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to understand everything about living in Atlanta, Georgia, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Atlanta, Georgia. My name is Livia Bika with Keller Williams, North Atlanta. We get calls and emails every day from people just like you looking for help on making their move to Suwanee, Alpharetta, Johns Creek, Sugar Hill, Buford, Cumming, Lawrenceville, or the surrounding areas, and we absolutely love it. Whether you are moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All the information is in the description below, so we can help you for a smooth move to North Atlanta and the beautiful suburbs. So as I mentioned, today I'm gonna tell you 2 different ways of buying new construction. For those of you that have to relocate with your job and maybe you have only 60 days to move to Atlanta and you want a new construction for you and your family, Keep in mind, every single builder in every community that we're gonna go, they're gonna have ready to move in homes available. For example, let's go to Southbrook in Cumming. Southbrook has two properties, Lot 5 and Lot 6, which are available for a fast move-in. These two properties are ready to close in the next 30 days. What that means, they are ready to move in. It's almost like a resale. So for a buyer out of state that wants to buy, for example, Lot 5 in Southbrook, you will need to contact me. I will go there. I will show you the property. You can actually fly. We have clients flying for 2 or 3 days to the north part of Atlanta. They see a few communities. They fall in love with one location. It can be Toll Brothers, Taylor Morrison, EMC Homes, Meritage Homes, whichever builder you like, Fischer Homes, you know, they have so many communities. Then we go there and we show you everything that they have available. Let's say you like number 6 in Southbrook and you want to buy this beautiful home. You as a buyer, you will have to apply with Toll Brothers Mortgage and you will receive additional incentives if you are using Toll Brothers Mortgage. Now, you do not have to use Toll Brothers Mortgage. Let's say you have a lender that you work with and you really want to use that lender. Of course, you can do that as well. Now, this is a new construction, but it's going to work as a resale almost because it's already built. The builder chose the location, the builder chose the upgrades. Now you have the price, you do not have to pay additional for the land. For example, when you actually put an order in and you have to choose the land and you have to choose the floor plan, that is when you're going to have to pay a premium for the land. But for these ready to move in homes, the land is already included in the price of the property. So let's say Lot 5 in Southbrook by Toll Brothers is available at $798,000. A 5-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 3,400 square feet, beautiful home, backyard, everything that you need in a new community in Cumming, exit 18 on Georgia 400. What you have to do as a buyer, contact me. I will represent you. I will be your agent. I will write an offer, send it to Toll Brothers for approval. But let's say we send the $798,000 offer. You will have to have earnest money down. For example, maybe 1% of the purchase price or 2% of the purchase price. If the property is almost $800,000, either $8,000 or $16,000 as earnest money, we're going to actually add a due diligence period because it's a new construction, but you never know. If we do, we always recommend to have an inspection done, even though it's a new construction. An inspection is usually from $400 to $900, depending on the square footage of the home, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms. For new construction, sometimes you will find a few details here and there. You know, maybe the AC is not mounted correctly. Maybe it's just a little bit inclined. They have to fix that. Once we go and do an inspection, we're going to have a report of 40 pages. And you as a buyer will look over the report. Let's see if we find something. We're going to go back to Toll Brothers and say, based on the inspection report, we need you guys to fix this, this, and this. Or we want you guys to give us credit for this so the buyer can fix them. The moment we end the due diligence, from that moment, your bank is going to take over. They're going to do an appraisal to see if the property is going to appraise for the purchase price. So it's almost like a resale. I have a lot of people asking, like, if it's a new construction, do I have to do an inspection? Is the inspection already done? No. You as a buyer have to do an inspection, negotiate in the due diligence period. Then after the due diligence ends, practically your bank will have 7 to 21 days to close the loan, and you're going to be ready to move into your new home. Usually here in Georgia, it takes 30 days for the property to close completely. Now, if you are coming with a different bank from a different state and you have to prove income, you have to prove that you are transferring, it might take a little bit longer, sometimes 30 to 45 days, depending on your bank. So that's the short process of buying a new construction when you actually looking in new communities. Every single builder is going to have new homes available for you and your family, ready to move in homes. Then let's look at Sterling Point. Let's say you are somebody that wants a luxury estate and you want something big, maybe a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, 4,300 square feet luxury property, very close to Alpharetta. For example, Sterling Point has this new community and this new home, Lot 47 in Sterling Point. So let's say we go to Sterling Point, you want a luxury estate. Sterling Point has at least one home that is ready for a fast move-in. I do have a video on this. You can look at this video right here, Downwardly Transitional, which is a beautiful home, gorgeous property. There is lot 47 in Sterling Point that is available right now at $1,588,000. So we had a very good price drop. You're gonna see that in the video. This is actually a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bedroom, 4,300 square feet on a 0.45 acre lot. It has a beautiful backyard. It has a gorgeous open floor plan, a beautiful kitchen, huge kitchen actually, a lot of cabinets. So you can actually buy ready to move in homes here in the north part of Atlanta. And some of them are actually have a lot of price drops. You know, some of them have $50,000 to $100,000 price drops for these ready-to-move-in homes. Now, these homes were built by the builder because they have to build a few homes in each community. These are called spec homes. So they're gonna build a different floor plan, you know, on each lot. They don't want to have the same floor plan and the same home in the entire community. That's why, for example, Toll Brothers has 5 to 7 floor plans available in each community. Taylor Morrison has 5 different floor plans in a very small community. There are 43 homes in Overlook at Lanier, and right now they have 2 ready-to-move-in homes. Lot 35 in Overlook at Lanier and Lot 4, which is available. Same floor plan, but different location in the neighborhood, and of course, different curb appeal for this property. And different price, of course. So as you see, you can actually buy a new construction ready to move in the next 30 to 60 days. There are so many homes available here in the north part of Atlanta. Also, Chimney Creek in West Forsyth has a lot of ready to move in homes. So many new communities have ready to move in homes. Let's talk about the buyer that wants to build their home, which is a longer process. It takes 3 to 12 months for a builder to build your home, depending, of course, again, where you're going, which community you're going to choose, what floor plan, basement or no basement, the upgrades, everything is it's a long process. I had a client from Arizona that called me last year. We went on the contract. They flew from Arizona, actually. The entire family flew from Arizona. They love the north part of Atlanta. They said, we couldn't believe how much greenery you guys have and how beautiful Lake Lanier is. And Livia, I saw the videos and I saw so many trees and so many properties actually backing up to the woods and have privacy. So they decided to fly from Arizona right here in the north part of Atlanta. We met actually in one community at Fischer Homes, and I took them to see 9 communities by different builders. The moment somebody, if you know exactly your budget and you tell me exactly, Livia, my budget is $800,000, I want a 5-bedroom and I want a basement and I want to be in Cumming or I want to be in Alpharetta or I want to be in Buford, I will know pretty much and tell you exactly which community you can afford, and I'll tell you exactly if you have to go over your budget. This family told me they want a luxury estate and they want at least 5 bedrooms. Basement or no basement was not an issue. They said they didn't care, but they want something beautiful, big, spacious, open floor plan. And of course, I sent them listings before they came here, and I took them to 9 communities. I took them to Fischer Homes. I took them to Taylor Morrison in a few communities, Fischer Homes in a few communities. Then we went to Toll Brothers in like 3 or 4 actually communities in Cumming. And of course, the number 9 was the winner. We went to Southbrook in Cumming and we found this beautiful Monteluce floor plan. And they absolutely fell in love with that floor plan. Now, Monteluce is the model home in Southbrook, and my clients wanted to have the same floor plan with a 3-car garage in a different location in the neighborhood, of course. Now, here is the trick when you order a home from any builder. The moment you go in a new community, and let's say you want the model home, which is the model home, let's say now it was Monteluce in Southbrook, gorgeous floor plan, open living space, big windows, a covered outdoor patio. You can imagine the kitchen is absolutely stunning, incredible. So my clients fall in love with that model and they said, we want this floor plan, Livia. For us, the timing is not a problem. We actually want to come here next year, so this year. So practically we have 1 year to see if we can build our home. So we went under contract at the end of June 2024, the same model, Montelucci floor plan. Now what they had to do, we had to go to the entire community because they were in the first phase and find the lot that best meets their needs. Like, for example, let's say if you want trees in your backyard, you want to make sure you find that land lot that has trees in your backyard and it doesn't have a street, or it doesn't have just flat land and nothing else, no trees or nothing. So we went to the entire community, we found the lot, and they, of course, Toll Brothers then is going to start building their home. Now for Toll Brothers, keep in mind you have to put 5% down as earnest money when you order a new home. And it's going to take from 6 months to 12 months for Toll Brothers to build your home. They are very busy, they have a lot of new communities, they are building a lot. So we went on the contract end of June, and right now we're gonna close by the end of March. Right now the property is almost done. They are working inside. Gorgeous. It's going to be beautiful. Backyard, everything that my client needed. So it's gonna take, I would say, 7 to 10 months for Toll Brothers to build your home. 5% down from the base price of the property that you have to actually have in the first week after we go on the contract. So the base price of the Montelucci was $875,000. So my client had to put down $42,000 or $43,000 cash, which Toll Brothers is going to keep, and is going to bring that to the closing table, you know, when the property is ready. A few weeks after we go on the contract, because right now it was just the land, it was nothing there. We knew what floor plan we have to build. They knew how many garages, so 3-car garage, the Montelucci floor plan on this lot. Now, after a few weeks, you're gonna have the design appointment where you have to choose everything that you want in your house. Everything. I'm talking about, you know, plugins, colors, how do you want your cabinets to be built, what kind of materials, what kind of colors, everything that you can imagine. It's a 6 to 8 hour appointment with Toll Brothers and it's so exciting because you have to choose everything, the colors, you have to know exactly what you want in the bathrooms. What colors you want in the bedrooms, what colors you want in the kitchen, the island, the granite, the hardwood floors, what color you want that, what color you want the rail to be. Such an exciting process. So my clients absolutely love that. So let's say that goes on, everything is fine, 2 or 3 months it takes for all this to be done with Toll Brothers. Then of course they're gonna start building. So if we went on the contract the end of June, we're gonna close the end of March, beginning of April. So let's say it says July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. It's 9 months. We might close at the beginning of April. So 9 to 10 months. My client will be able to move into his home, and he was able to put that order in 10 months ago, and now is going to be ready and we're going to close it. Long process, but some clients actually prefer the long process instead of just coming and choosing whatever is available. But some of you that are coming out of state, maybe you don't have time to wait for 1 year to build your home. Maybe you are somebody that loves the open floor plan, and let's say if Toll Brothers has a hedgerow transitional, which has big opening, a 21-foot ceiling, open floor plan, big kitchen, you don't care about a basement, you know. So there are a lot of homes available. Ready to move in, new construction, or let's put an order in and build our home, which takes 3 to 12 months. Now, if we look at D.R. Horton, for example, in Lawrenceville, Georgia, this is a beautiful master plan community. Over 200 homes they are building with resort-style amenities. They're going to have a pool, a cabana, playground for the kids, tennis courts. Now, the HOAs for this community is only $500 annually for you to be able to enjoy the pool every single day with your family. And of course, you can bring guests every single day. Now, in Waterokee Estates right now, for those of you that are looking for a fast moving home, they have 20 homes available for you and your family because they are building and it takes only 3 months for them to finish a home. So for example, 20 homes from $500,000 up to $630,000. You can find a 5-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 3,000 square feet with unfinished basement by D.R. Horton in Waterokee Estates. Now, of course, they have smaller floor plans as well, like 4-bedroom and 3 bedrooms, maybe 2,500 square feet. So amazing prices, $500 to $640 in Waterokee Estates by D.R. Horton. We actually help a client from New York go on the contract with D.R. Horton in Waterokee Estates. You can watch my video here about Waterokee Estates in Lawrenceville, Georgia, and they do have a lot of homes available. Now, let's say you don't like any of the available properties, or maybe you don't like the location and you want a different location in the neighborhood and you want to put an order in, you want to build your home. The moment we go on the contract, D.R. Horton will need 3 months and your home will be ready. You can choose the upgrades, you can choose, hardwood floors, you can choose the color of the cabinets, everything that you need. You can choose the lot. A lot of lots still available and a lot of homes still available by D.R. Horton. Now, if we go to EMC Homes in Dacula, Georgia, this is a smaller builder from Georgia. EMC is building this beautiful boutique community, 43 homes in total. Now here, they're gonna have 0.68 acre lots. This will be in Gwinnett County in Dacula High School. Amazing location by EMC Homes. So for those of you that need a very big backyard flat, EMC Homes will be a very good option for you and your family. We help a client from Tennessee actually to purchase a land in Porches at Mobley Lake by EMC Homes, and right now the builder is going to start building their home. After we went on the contract, earnest money worth $20,000 earnest money for EMC to start building your home. My client chose the location right by a lake, backing up to a lake, so gorgeous location in that beautiful neighborhood, very big backyards. And of course, EMC Homes, right now, they started building. So EMC will require 4 to 6 months to build your home. So keep that in mind. But also in Porches at Mobley Lake by EMC Homes, they do have 3 or 4 homes available for a fast move-in. Of course, different prices and different location in the neighborhood. They're going to have 4-bedroom or 5-bedroom and 4-bedroom homes, $560,000 to $625,000. You can buy a beautiful home by EMC in Dacula, Georgia, in Gwinnett County. So amazing builders here in the north part of Atlanta. Keep in mind, if you want a ready-to-move-in homes, our builders have beautiful homes in every single community that I present on my YouTube. Or if you want to build your home, you will have the option to choose the land, choose the floor plan, the upgrades, and that builder is going to start building your home. Now, we hope this video was helpful for those of you that are trying to relocate to the north part of Atlanta. Keep in mind, I'm here to help you and guide you to the entire process. Make sure you call me so I can help you purchase a beautiful new construction or resale for you and your family. Now, comment below and let me know, are you somebody that is looking for a ready-to-move-in new construction in the north part of Atlanta? Or are you somebody that wants to build your home? You choose the lot, the land, upgrades, everything that you need, and in 3 to 12 months, the builder is going to build your beautiful new construction here in the north part of Atlanta. This is Livia Bica with Keller Williams North Atlanta. Until next time, I hope to see you around town.